Okay everyone, I'm gonna go over my settings on my Lowrance Elite 5. I've gotten a few requests to go over my settings. Some guys are complaining that they lose track of their lure at 60, 70, 80 feet. You shouldn't be losing sight of your lure. You know, I've never fished anything over 150 feet of water, but anywhere up to 125 I have, and I've always seen my lure. I mean, you do lose a little bit when it gets to the 120 mark, but you'll always see it if you just jig it slightly. You should always see it. So I'll go over my settings first.
Okay, so I'm, in 100 feet of water. These are my settings. I'll go to my menu. As you can see, I've got the auto sensitivity on. Range at 150, just because if you're at 100, that's, that's your bottom there. It's real sketchy, and then down here you can't see what's on bottom there, so you might as well just go to 150. Then you're up on the screen a little bit, but that's fine. Okay, so I'll go to menu, and then my frequency is at 200. Ping speed, I keep it at fast. It gives the machine a little bit more time to pick up your lure. It is a little bit slower reaction, but just as good. If you're fishing in 20 feet of water, then you'd go over to just put it in fastest. But when you're going down 100 feet, give the machine a little bit of time. Okay, so that's basically my settings. I don't really play with anything else as far as that. It does do quite well.
Okay, first of all, I mean, lure is a big thing. You're going to need something significantly big. A 3.5 inch tube with half ounce jig head or 3/4 ounce jig head is what you're going to want to use. If you're using, let's say, a 1/4 ounce, you're probably not going to see it 120 feet down or 100 feet down unless you're jigging it vigorously. So I've got a big enough jig head. I'm using that's 5/8 or 3/4, 5/8 of an ounce. Okay, so I'll let it go down, and you'll see it. You should pick it up on the graph as soon as it starts to go down. Go. So I'm at 20 feet there, and that's my jig going all the way down. Now you should always see it all the way to the bottom. We're in 100 feet of water right now. Kind of would be nice to hit a fish while I'm doing this too. Chances are we're not going to do that. Anyway, so you can see I'm at 80 feet and it's still pretty clear. I mean, the marking is getting a little bit smaller, but you should see it all the way down. Yeah. So I'm now on bottom. I'll show you when I jig it off bottom. You can see it there. Okay, so you should always see it even when reeling up. So I'll bring up my whole line to get this tangle out. Okay. So as you can see, even with the slow swim, which is usually the way I fish, you'll always see it, and it should maintain the same thing all the way down to 125 feet. I mean, I've fished as far as 125 feet, and I've always seen my lure. Okay, guys. So just whatever. It's just a couple of tips on how I got my machine set. Try it for yours, see if it works. Good luck.